I'm really excited to share some of the loops from the Loop Bank library, the hip hop loops by Secretnoise Records, and I just want to be able to kind of go over these and give you an early on sort of preview, so you can kind of hear these beats. Okay, so again, I'm really excited. These are done at 100 BPM. It's really easy to edit these, and I have actually Logic open, and I'll be able to show you just a few little things that I use for my own production. That just really helps me. If I have a beat, I'll sort of chop it into pieces, and so I can actually utilize it, right? So with that said, I just want to play some of these and give you a preview. There'll be 100 loops, and I know that there's a lot of loops out there, and when I was breaking into the industry, we all look for loop banks and presets and patches. Everyone is really excited to sort of see what's out there, and you always want to get the things that are really good quality products. So with that said, I sometimes know that you end up with a bank that may have 20 loops that you like, and if it has like a total of 100 different audio files, you're never going to use some of those. So I wanted to basically create something that was the opposite of that. I want people to be able to say, I bought this loop bank and I actually can use all the loops for different projects. So I wanted to be able to have these different kind of hip hop loops that, some influenced a little bit by, trap. I wouldn't necessarily call them 100% trap, but, these days, there's a lot of freedom and creativity. Hip hop is changing. It's extremely influenced by electronica music now. So, a lot of different producers have their own flavor or style, and so do I. I kind of have my own secret noise in there, so to say. So I would like to play these. I don't want to talk much. Let's get right into it. So I'm just going to drop some of these in here. And so this is the image file, the preview for this, and these will be eventually available. You can actually check these out on the Twitter page, which is Secretnoise1, the number 1. So if you go to twitter.com/Secretnoise1, you'll be able to get to my Twitter page, and I update this daily, and I do have actually some preview files as well on SoundCloud, so you can actually go and play that on SoundCloud also. So what I wanted to do is just get into Logic and obviously be able to show you some of these files. So what I want to do, I just want to drop them in and just kind of play them so you can listen to some of these loops and kind of decide for yourself on the quality and how unique they are. And I think the most important thing to a lot of people is that when you purchase something and you spend a lot of money, you want to make absolutely sure that you will be able to use them. Whether it's a part of it, you may not necessarily use the beat, entirely by itself. You may actually layer them, which is a really good technique to do. So, you want your money's worth, yeah, right? You want to spend the money, but you just want to make sure to say, hey, this was definitely worth it. So that was my goal when I was creating these loops. I really wanted people to love them. I really wanted people to enjoy them and be able to utilize them in their production or mixtapes, whatever they're using basically. And this is really good for those rap artists too that basically have some knowledge of using a DAW like Logic or Ableton Live, and be able to kind of put this together. And I'll be eventually sharing some basic tutorials for that. But in the meantime, let me just drop these in. Again, all the loops are, this particular bank is at 100 BPM, and I named it, so it's really easy. It's right there. And all the files are numbered. So there's like, tons and tons of files. Eventually this bank will have 100 loops, okay? So let's start with the first one. And some of them are kind of like variations of the same beat. You'll hear it, but I'm just going to play them for you, okay? So let's drop them in and give it a listen. So here's the first loop. Let's just get this bar back here. Okay, so I'll drop in the second one. Let's just put this guy here. So as you can see, they kind of have the basics. Then I have a lot of other stuff layered on top, whether it's like not really a bass line, but maybe some synths and effects. So it's really cool that you can utilize these. So we could easily start with this first one here, okay? And then we could eventually switch to the other one. So let me play them both together. Okay, so let me kill these guys and bring in some of the next one. So I'm just going to go through. I just would love you to hear some of these. So I'll drop them in. Here's number 5. And I'm letting it loop just so you can hear the transition, you know, how they kind of go into the beat again. So let's get to a couple more of these. Let me just like drop several of these files in here. We'll just create new tracks for that. I'll just turn them on and off. Let's go to the next one. So you can see this basically doesn't have the claps, and the next one kind of gives you that and some additional little things. So here's number 8. That's using the combination of that clap that we did here in 7. And then I'm also using a different type of snare sound that I've created. So let's go to 9. Okay, we'll play 10. Okay, we'll play 11. Let's do some more. I'm just gonna grab some random files just so we can hear some random ones. And I've spent a lot of time, you know, EQing and really just beefing these up. You know, they basically sound so much better when you go in and spend a lot of time making sure that everything just sounds perfect. And that's what you want for your production. You just want to be able to have things that you can just drop in there and not really worry too much. So let's hear, this is what, 15? It's got a really good kick there, really awesome. All right, next one. So you can combine these too, which is really cool. Sometimes I'll layer several of these, you know, when I work on my production. So I'm just gonna lower the audio on the number 18. I'll turn on 15 and we'll play them together, okay? Let me play it first on its own. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on the 18 now in the end. That's really cool. Let's go to the next one. It's got like a gyrating synth and and some vocal effects that I've been working on. So it's really nice to have these little bits and pieces of elements in there, because it just makes the beats so much more interesting, you know, if that's what you're looking for and that's what you're hoping to get. That's another clean one. Okay, let's go to the next one. Actually, that is number 26, and 25 comes without the audio file. So if I drop that in, you can hear that you also have the beat without the haze in there. Okay, cool. So let's go to the next one. That's 34. It's awesome if you were to combine them. Yeah, you get a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, I've spent a lot of time sort of hand coding and writing all these, you know. These are done all from scratch. All the individual sounds are tweaked, and it's just so much fun, you know, writing beats. Okay, let's go to the other one. Okay, here's another one. Okay. Okay, let's, that was number 42, so I'll play a few more. I mean, as you can see, I really wanted to make sure that you didn't have beats that you would hate. You know, you get a pack and you're like, oh my God, I've spent all this money, and, you know, it's just not what I was looking for and hoping for. And you just want to make sure you get your money's worth. And that's what's important, and that's what I'm planning on doing is, you know, creating packs, you know, I call them packs, just loop banks, and just to make sure that people really get the most out of it for production. So here's 31. Okay, so here's another one. Let's go to the next one. It's more of a old school break beat. Okay, that's 51. I think 52 is the one that basically has the variation to that. So let me just turn it on to make sure. Yeah, this is the one with the synth. And then I made also another one that has it with the beat. So they come in all type of variations. You can layer these and just really go crazy. And it's very easy and it's very quick. That's what I like. Okay, let's kill this one. Let's maybe listen to just a couple more, and then I want to show you how I basically put them together in Logic real quick. Alright, so let's play 50, what is this, 8? Got a cool little needle sound. Okay, the drum. drums at the end. Yeah, they have slight variations. So again, these loops are just really great if you're looking for something unique, and I would say it's still hip-hop influenced by electronica. They have a lot of different kind of sounds, but the snares and the kicks, I really made sure that you'll be 100% satisfied with these. So I'm just going to play you something really quick just to show you how I cut the beats sometimes, you know, and I utilize it. So this is from that same loop bank, number 7. I'll just play the loop. Okay, so I have a second version of this, and I'll play that so you can listen to it. So it's got different elements and symbols, and I also am using a really cool clap. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use half of this, copy it. Okay, so I'm using basically the same, chopping that in the middle, and I'm just going to continue that twice for now. We're doing this only for previews. And what I want to do is basically here, I do have a couple things layered in. I have a bass line, a piano, delayed piano, and then I have my strings. So what I want to do is I want to have the beat maybe come in here. So I will go ahead and move these guys over here. Okay, maybe that's where it kicks in. And I'm just going to get this beat here. Okay, so that's the second portion. But again, sometimes I'll even go halfways, like we can even try. Like, okay, so we cut these two pieces basically in half, as you can see. And then I'm using the full version, and then I'm using the variation of that beat, okay? So, and what I have in my timeline, I basically have some basic chords, and it's all MIDI files. I have a bass line, I'll play that. Then I have my my piano. I'll go back and play it. Okay, then I have strings. And strings and delayed piano. So the strings are basically down here. Okay, let's just turn that on. I mean, you hear these chords all the time. You know, a lot of people use them again and again, but it's just a basic sort of way to play this and kind of combine it with the with these beats that I have. Okay, so I will use a few maybe different ones. Okay, just so we can hear them. I'll put this guy in here, and maybe we'll grab another one here, just random ones, and we'll just toss them in there for now. Okay. And I will mute the ones that we're not going to use. So we're going to use these guys here. So let's just hear this whole thing. Okay, I just want to see. Let's use that beat. I'll just turn these back on. Okay, the chords are not matching, but you get the idea. I mean, this is just a simple Logic session that I have that I was just playing around with. Just to kind of like put the loops in there and see how they all work. But again, some of these guys obviously have little tunes in them, just like this one, which is 23. Let's just turn 23 on its own. So anyways, I hope you liked the this quick little video. Again, there will be 100 loops, and these guys are really high quality. Okay, you can see they're all 2.5 megs each, so they're definitely going to be high quality audio files for your productions. And if you wanted to hear more of some of these loops, you can actually go to it's on Twitter as well, but you can go to SoundCloud.com/Secretnoise, and you can actually, when you scroll down, you will see that there is a preview. So if you actually click on this, it says Secretnoise Hip Hop Loop CD 100 BPM preview. This here actually gives you another sort of play. So if I click on this, I just want to make sure the volume is down. Okay, so it's not going to end up being too loud. So this has all the individual loops in here. Not all of them, but it gives you a pretty good idea on what these are. So you can check those out. And then I will be putting some stuff out together that's also electronica. I'm putting a different website together, which will be Secretnoise Audio, and that will have tech house, deep house, techno, and hip hop, and some trap as well. And what these will be, again, loop banks. There'll be a lot of different sort of things. And then the other thing that I will be focusing on, which I kind of think that lacks, is really high quality sound effects, ambient sounds, and different kind of things that you can actually use in your production. Mostly like deep house producers, they really do. And even now with hip hop, there's a lot of different kind of influences from not just electronica, but feature film scoring and sound effects. So there'll be a lot of cool things, and I will be updating this info on Twitter. Hopefully this video was a good video for you to watch, and if you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and comment. And I really thank you for your time. I hope that you like the loops, and if you're interested, let me know. There will be a mailing list, and I'll make sure to put that down here under the description. Okay, well, thanks so much. I'll see you guys on the next video.